What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of this prep series. Woke up this morning, 0.3 kilos up on the scales since Saturday, after having a high day yesterday. So, we've dropped fatigue a little bit. We woke up a little bit fuller. So what the plan now moving forward is we're going to dig that bit more for the next 2 weeks, as we're currently 2 weeks out from us contest up in Limerick, and then we're going to use the data we've collected to try and peak perfectly for the show. We've got a rest day on the cards today now, so far I am 1 meal in. So this morning I've had 6 egg whites, 1 whole egg and a gram of salt. Got the rest of my meals ready the night before. So here we have 50 grams of rice, 100 grams of green beans and 250 grams of cod. Then here we have 50 grams of rice, 200 grams of chicken and 100 grams of green beans. Now up here we have 50 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of berries and 30 grams of hydrolyzed protein. Meal number 5, 100 grams of green beans, 250 grams of cod. And meal number 6, we have 50 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of berries and 30 grams of hydrolyzed protein. Every morning I would take 10 grams of glutamine from Supplement Needs with 10 grams of creatine. I also take 800 milligrams of curcumin, which is an anti-inflammatory supplement. We have 4 grams of krill oil, 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3. Just because with the time of the year we have here in Ireland, there isn't a whole lot of sun. So just making sure that we're keeping the vitamin D in check. And also a serving of turbo arrays by injuring the muscle, just to make sure that my estrogen levels are in check as well. Right, so we are 2 weeks out now from this contest, and now this has definitely been by far the most challenging prep I have done so far. I started off this prep working with Stefan Kilns. Now, me and Stefan had a really good run back in 2023, where I took 3rd place in Gas Classic Pro Qualifier up in Sweden, which I was really pleased with. Then 2 weeks after that, we did Amateur Olympia in Milan, where I placed 2nd in the juniors class, and then I was 3rd call-outs in the overall lineup. We then spent the following 19 months trying to obviously improve on the physique, bring it up, so that we are a lot more competitive this year. Now, at the start of this prep, there was really no strategy in place. I had to choose my own shows, the ones that I wanted to do, which I would actually prefer not to be doing. As an athlete, you want to have instructions being given to you, so it just takes away the stress. And now if there are certain shows that you want to compete in, certain shows that you've done before and that you want to do again and just come back and be better, 100%, that's definitely, you can do that. However, I like to have a strategy in place, so being just very smart with the shows we're doing, where we stand, a little more chance in turning pro. So that's the first thing with Stefan. The other thing with Stefan was that there was no instructions or clear instructions regarding cardio and steps. So I was doing 30-minute steps 5 days a week and throughout my whole off season, just to stay lean and keep digestion in a good place. Now, when we started prep, I wasn't being told, look, do this, do 30 minutes every day. I actually had to ask Steph myself, do you want me to do 30 minutes every day? And all I got was yes. And the same thing for steps. I was doing 7,000 steps a day, and then I asked him, do you want me to do 10,000 steps a day? Yes. So once again, there's just no clear instruction. So every week that was going by, every time I was checking in, I was just second guessing everything quite a lot now. Self-doubt was definitely getting higher each week, and I just wasn't fully trusting the process and the approach. So it got to a point where I was at 8 weeks out, where I just felt I wasn't conditioned enough at 8 weeks, because my main goal now for this season is to be a lot more conditioned. With bodybuilding, improvement is the name of the game. Conditioning is something I've been told to improve on back in 2023. So this year, that's something I want to work hard towards and just come in more and more conditioned. So like I said, it got to a point at 8 weeks out where I just felt like I wasn't condition enough, and I decided to leave Stefan, which was a tough call to make. You know, switching coaches halfway through prep, it's not easy, but something you got to do in order to get the most out of your physique and get to your end goal. So then I've decided to go with Tom Hames, which is also known as Evolution Training on Instagram. So I spent 4 weeks with Tom, and that unfortunately was not a great experience either. With Tom, he literally just killed my physique. The output was just too high. I was doing 45 minutes cardio, Stairmaster a day, then that got increased to an hour, 15,000 steps a day as well. So with Tom, it got to a point where my body just wasn't responding at all. I was getting flatter, you know, pretty sure I was kind of burning through my muscle tissue as well. Strength was dipping, recovery was not great, fatigue was really, really high, and I had no fullness. It was really hard for me to get a pump. So I got to a point where Tom just kept hinting at me giving up, where, you know, that's not what a coach should be doing. You know, I'm not paying a coach to tell me to give up, and it's definitely not something I would do myself anyway. Not the type of person to just give up easily. I push right to the end. So once again, I had to make a quick call in terms of what to do, because we were literally 4 weeks out from this contest at that point. And you know, at that point, confidence was low, self-doubt was really, really high. Once again, I was second guessing everything, going into every week, second guessing everything, you know, second guessing the approach, the process, etc. So then I made the call to go to Martin Winston. I've switched between 2 coaches throughout this prep. Now, since joining Martin now, physique has been responding very, very well. We've stripped back cardio down. So now I'm not doing any bit of cardio, it's just 15,000 steps, prioritising recovery. With Stefan, I was on a 12-day training split. With Tom, it was a 4-day training split, which I was actually doing upper as well, which I haven't done before. And actually, I don't like doing upper. Whereas with Martin now, it's a 5-day training split. More and more emphasis as well in terms of the muscle groups I need to bring up, which I really like as well. Food sources are simple. We got your cream rice, cod, chicken, egg whites, egg. I was on a pretty similar diet with Stefan as well. With Tom, we've actually introduced different food sources which did not sit well with me because I hadn't had them in such a long time, and when you're deep into prep you should be sticking to the same food sources so just you don't affect your digestion or the look, etc. So now I'm at a point where we're 2 weeks out. You know, the fire was always there, but the fire is even bigger. I'm back, trusting process. I'm fully confident in terms of what we can do, what we can bring in the next 2 weeks. Physique has been responding very, very well, holding a lot more fullness and getting leaner week by week. You know, me and Martin are pretty pleased with how things are moving, considering we've only been working together the last 2 weeks. We've managed to actually minimise the fatigue that I was holding on my body, bring the fullness back, and just come in even sharper. So yeah, it's been definitely a stressful one, 100%. And in the meantime as well, throughout this whole prep, I was sick 3 times. So I was sick the first week of prep. Literally, I was in bed all week and was dying sick. So that was kind of, you can write off that week. And then halfway through prep as well, I got sick again. I was out for a week. And then not so long ago, I think it was like last week, I got slightly sick, but really great for a quick recovery. I was back on track within 2 days. So yeah, this is the update, guys. Just want to give you an update of how this prep has been looking for me. And like I said, it's been definitely one of the more challenging preps I've done. But with every difficult situation we face, there's an opportunity for us to take a valuable lesson from it. And it's those difficult moments when you push through, that's when you build character. And you know, those difficult moments is when they test you, because it's easy to give up and not do a thing. It's easy just to throw in the towel and just pack it in, but it's a lot harder to be pushing through. But in those times when you do push through, that's where you gain the most rewards and you get to learn more about yourself. So that is it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please press the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.